Now with zero-cost manufacturing, zero-cost interstellar transportation, free energy, our money system has become obsolete. And now we just have to figure out how to gradually disassemble it without having a series of wars. And the elder races are here to help us accomplish that over the next several decades. Stephen Greer is a great man, and he, with assistance from the intelligence community, is introducing us to these issues. So here is a nonsense, elegiac farewell essay to the money system that owns us. Sexquadragintillion Beaucoup bucks. There was a flash crash in the dark pool, where I have subpoenaed your telemetry. We know where your smart golf ball went. The military-grade excise man has compromised your intelligent tattoos, and your tax attorney will be notified. No principle of law or logic can calculate or predict the speculative return on a stock or a vehicle of currency. It approximates a rate of change times mob psychology, a transcendental curve or equation of guesses. As a quiet and all-pervasive snowfall, the post-money economy will supervene across the previous arrangement. Dramatically new and wildly erroneous are the instrumentalities of indeterminate character, quasi-government agencies, the Goko Quangos dabbling in contango, backwardation, and high finance. It is all understood with a sanguine nonchalance that monetary policy is conducted in a language of bloodless abstraction. When companies decline 50 to 80%, index funds won't sell them. My argument is they are in pretend mode, or a crazy market top like AOL Time Warner is simply par for the course. The securities are sold in buckets along with the risk they carry. The beauty of the global trading system is that it doesn't require participants to fully understand its workings. The approach could be used to create a database of catchphrases or hashtags used by supporters. This alarming conundrum is highly experimental for a number of reasons. It is a classic feedback loop with devastating consequences. The doom loop that sent banks and countries into a spiral of mutual deterioration is now encircling the borrowers. As usual, silence will have been purchased in advance from the spies who control the news wires. Central banks have become focused on taking inflation from one another by lowering the value of their national currencies. The maximum hustler declined to comment, as did his attorney, who will neither confirm nor deny the existence of an investigation. We have become seasoned, said the comptroller of the Bamboozle Shmatherloo. Questions about its business model will linger. as outlandish as Atlantis porn. The Hong Kong Exchange rated it je ne sais quoi. Chinese officials have dubbed them zombie companies, which produce infrastructure that nobody needs. This voodoo economics, propounded by the Faz, could be described in weather terms as bombing out, bombogenesis, because an online encyclopedia is punching above its weight. In the realm of information warfare, I bucket the Slubberdigillions into cyber threats, vandals, burglars, thugs, spies, saboteurs, governments, and corporations. It is a bad time to be in the business of shipping dirt across the world, with investors leaping into and out of shares in response to global themes. The ergonomics of picking apples have completely changed. It is a massive mean reversion trade, according to people close to the matter. They were, in fact, in haptic entanglement from the get-go. Retail superstition and devolved into wholesale. Ultimately, it was mined as pure raw material from a chasm of distrust. The market for suspicion has suddenly found volatility in the lap of a weak-kneed capitulator-in-chief. He said, "Denuclearize. It suits you right down to the ground, just as sound as a pound. You might as well be comfortable while you're getting robbed. If you want to reign supreme over poverty, just run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. Neptune and Electicon, Emoticon and the Virions, the sighing society of the grasses and the silence of the sea." The vicious circle of disenfranchisement is finally bestilled. The retraction came after an attempt to reproduce the study raised suspicions that the idea had been fabricated. Ultimately, the political machine issued disciplinary instructions which outlawed improper discussions in its ranks. You might say we have incentivized unrealistic things. Dark pools where traders can interact without posting their prices publicly. With the spread of distributed ledger technologies akin to the blockchain, the public database of transactions that undergirds Bitcoin, the risks are unquantifiable. Because hedge fund owners have skin in the game, they are less prone to hiding risks than are bankers. The Q ship that once was painted with dazzle camouflage will be christened "My Adventures with Your Money." The information vortex issuing from central banks isn't helping, even as a generally strong earnings season continued, baffling some executives. Reflexivity is no doubt playing a role. We are witnessing levels of stratification that are unprecedented in human history. With the precariousness of vanity projects, you will encounter an explosion of prestige drama, the image crisis consultant, and mission creep into the unknown. And what the aliens say about all of this rigmarole and nonsense is there is no further need for the impoverishment of your kind.